Figure Force! It's Figure Force, YouTube toy collective team vlogging to save the day. Figure Force! Nostalgic vintage toy heroes. Figure Force!
Hello everyone, it's Rider here and welcome to another Pickups video. Now this is a very festive edition of a Pickups video because basically I want to talk you through what I got for Christmas and also what I picked up at the NEC Toyfair today. For those of you who don't know what the NEC Toyfair, it's a toy fair at the NEC. So the first present I got was off my sister and she knocked it out of the park this year. She picked me up a vintage Micromaster grease pit, complete with instructions, the little Micromaster, which is a lot of fun. I believe this is a recolour of another one I've got from a monster truck set, I think. He's very cool, he's a bit of a clear. And of course, the base itself. Now unfortunately he's missing a few pieces. It's missing the signs. So I am on the lookout for those, but it's a really, really nice display piece. Really like these Micromaster bases, and another one might pop up a bit later on in this video. Next I picked up Siege Hound, Siege Sideswipe, and Siege Cog. Beautiful sculpt work, beautiful paint, really good articulation, fun intuitive transformations. Sideswipe and Hound really, really knock it out of the park. When it comes to Cog, he's the weakest of the line, and when you have the best, you always have a weakest. His tolerances aren't quite there. He's basically a weapon set and you plug him together. But unfortunately mine, the back of the hip section wasn't attached properly. I've had to glue it on there. It's fine now and transforms perfectly fine, but it's just something to be aware of. Also, for some reason, the tolerances in his gun, on one of his guns, aren't brilliant. He's not awful. I think he's just overshadowed by the brilliance of Hound and Sideswipe. Finally, on Christmas Day, from my mother, I got a Bumblebee. Not really into movie bots as such, despite what Dave Shotton says. But I really enjoyed the Bumblebee movie. I thought it was a real great Transformers movie. The movie that we've deserved as fans. And I really like Bumblebee in it. And this toy looks a lot of fun. Even though transformation is meant to be a nightmare. But I'm happy I got him. And I also got Siege Optimus Prime, who is a beautiful, beautiful figure. Probably one of the best Optimus Prime moulds that we have ever had, and this Siege line just keeps getting better and better. I'm really excited about picking up the rest of this line. So yeah, and that was my Christmas. It was a real, normally I'll pick up one or two Transformers, but I was really happy I got this amount. I was shocked, and as you can see I still haven't opened Bumblebee, so there you go. So, today, NEC Toyfair, I went with my good friends Graham and James, and, you know, it's becoming a bit of a regular thing now. We went to the one in September. It's nice just to meet up and see people you don't normally see, and look at toys and drink coffee and go to Las Iguanas. Me and James decided to do Christmas presents for each other this year, £10 budget. And we didn't swap presents before Christmas, so we swapped today. And he picked me up a Papa Toys hot rod, which is really cool. Little legend scale hot rod. I can't wait to have a play with him and transform him. Comes with 3 weapons. He's really cool. So cheers for that, James. And if you're wondering, I picked him up Micromaster Overload and another one, Green Truck. I'll stick a photo of it up here. Forgot his name now. So yeah, that was a nice little start to the day. Before I forget as well, also bumped into Mr. TFR Wilderness. Picked up a few really cool bots. No doubt he'll be going through them in his end of month bot haul, so make sure you check that out. So I might as well start off with the first purchase I bought in the dealer room. I actually got in there at about 8:30. I got the early bird ticket. It was an extra £4. And to be honest, when we were walking around the first time, there was a lot of people still hadn't set up. But after walking around, about halfway around, I spotted on a stall that Graham bought an item from that it was actually a toy shop in Wolverhampton, not far away from me, and they have a stall there at these events. And something was sitting on the stall, and I've never actually seen it in person. It's a G1 Transformer, and I ended up picking him up, and it's a gun runner. Now, it's missing some of its missiles and the Pretender's handgun, but it's a beautiful, beautiful toy. Inside, you have got your Pretender figure, and it's also got this really, really nice action. You can see where the guns shoot. It's really, really nice. And I was having the mick taken out of me a little bit today because of all the haggling I was doing. And I got this for a really good price. My advice when you go to these things, don't be shy, haggle, because you'll save yourself a little bit of money. They're always marked up a little bit more than what they're hoping to get, in most occasions anyway. So yeah, I picked up Pretender Gun Runner. Next up, I went to a store, I think it's called Geek Station, maybe. It's run by a lovely chap called Sven. Really, really nice guy. I bought some items from him last time I went to the NEC Toyfair. I actually got the Optimus Primal I bought from him. And he had some real, real good stuff. And some real, real bargains as well. The first item that I picked up was one that I saw last time we went, and I regretted not getting it, and it was still there. And it is Micromaster Hot House, complete with the little Micromaster. I'm sure I have the main base somewhere, but not the accessories and the Micromaster. So I thought, you know what, after picking up Grease Pit for Christmas, I thought I'll get Hot House as well. And it's nice to have the instructions. I think they're going to look really good together. I'm going to have a go at like building a whole base with all ramps together. I think that will look really, really cool. I also picked up a broken Electro. Now, people might ask, why are you buying a broken Electro figure? Well, because I have an Electro from when I was a kid that died of gold plastic syndrome, and I'm hoping to get enough parts out of this to make a complete one, stick it in car mode and never touch it again. It's got his sword with him as well, which is pretty cool. And that was a £5, so it's worth the gamble. If not, I might just try and glue the bits that are broken and try and repair it that way, and just so it can sit in car mode next to the other laser rod figures, which would be quite cool. I also picked up a complete snare, one of the Predators I've been after for a while. Beautiful figure, as I say, complete, really good price. I'm only missing one now, and I think that's Skydive, so I'm going to keep an eye out for that. I also completed the Turbo Masters, are they called, with Hurricane. I picked up Hurricane from TFN without his weapon, and this guy was sitting there with his weapon, just missing a couple of missiles, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to complete the set of these. So I'm happy I picked up Hurricane. Now, I don't normally talk about prices, but when something that much of a good price, I feel that I need to mention it. And this figure was just stunningly priced. Complete, beautiful. The only track on, I'm missing Fear Swoop, and it cost me £20, which is next to nothing. It's a beautiful figure. I know Mr. Thu did a review of him not so long ago, and he's one I never thought I'd have in my collection. I think I saw one at TFM for about 90 quid. Fair enough, it had the box with it, but I thought this would always be out my price range, and thanks to Sven, I've got him. So yeah, that was some really, really, really good finds, and not really expensive either. Nothing over £20 in that lot. So that was the end of my Transformer buying, but I wanted to go and get some other toy lines. And what I did was I spotted this store, spotted this item on there that I've been looking on eBay for a while. It was actually cheaper on the store than I'd saw it on eBay. And it was this Action Force Dune buggy with Hog Watcher inside. Missing a few pieces. I think it's missing a pipe from here, but it's a nice piece. A little bit of wear on the top. I need to try and do a bit of repairs on the top, but all in all, pretty nice. Needs a bit of a clean, but it's a lovely, lovely piece. And I also got this part thrown in that I needed because my one was broke from when I was a kid. So yeah, picked up him. Then I picked up a couple of cheapies. At the last NEC Toyfair, I picked up Transforming Splinter Turtles van for like £1, I think it was, or £2. I wanted to carry on that tradition, so I picked up a transforming Donatello, and it transforms into a baby turtle. I haven't quite worked it out yet, but I thought that was a cool piece for a couple of quid. I also picked up a Sergeant Slaughter figure. I'm trying my hardest to pick up wrestlers that I like the look of that cost less than £3. He's broken, he's not the best, and he's got some real paint wear. But I'm going to clean him, touch him up, and he did cost me a couple of quid. So it fits in with my wrestling guidelines. I don't want to spend a lot of money on them, but if I see one I like for a couple of quid, I'll pick it up. And then I went on a little hunt round, and I spotted a baggie of stuff. And this fits in with what a certain Rudy Zazoo bought me for Secret Santa. And I saw this item, and I will tell you the price because it is cheap. Marked up for 15 quid. I got it for 12 quid because I bundled in another item. And it's a big bag of Reboot stuff. So I got Dot from Rudy in my Secret Santa. It was mint on card, it is no longer mint on card because I took it off. But I thought she looks a little bit sad on her own. So I thought to myself, I want to spend no more than, say, a £5-10 picking up a Bob figure. And Bob was in this bag. I don't think this skateboard's his, hasn't got a clue. I haven't got a clue whose it is. I need to have a look. But none of these are complete, but they're good enough to sit on the shelf. So there's a Bob in there. There's the little lad in there. I've got no idea the names. There's a Megabyte playset, and this is pretty cool. It's a bit like those Star Wars Micro Machine playsets where you open it up and there's these little characters inside. Which is pretty cool. I dig that. There's another one of those playsets in here. I don't know what this is meant to be, but it is literally another one of these little play sets with these tiny figures in. Again, pretty nice, pretty cool. Some of the figures are still sealed up in there, which is nice. I forget this name. Well, I can't remember the name. But this came with the Dot figure. I've now got another one. It's a bit broken, but I'll be getting rid of that. There is the female bad guy with one of her faces. Terrifying. There was a shiny bit of cardboard with Enzo, that must be the kid, and Frisky the dog. We have a pamphlet, a little book, which is nice to have, with some of the characters in there. World of Mainframe, the games. Yeah, pretty nice to have one of the books that must have came with the figures. We've got some little rubbery figures. We've got that screaming scary woman again. We've got Megabytes. We've got Dot. We've got Enzo. And we've got two of the deletion discs. And all of that was 12 quid. And I thought, you know what, bit of fun. There's a load of stuff in there. And I did want to pick up something that I hadn't really got. Well, Reboot, I didn't even know these figures existed, to be honest, until Rudy picked me one up. So I thought, the only Reboot figures I saw there, and I thought, you know what, I'll dive in and I'll get those, which is pretty cool. Now, I mentioned that I bundled in an item with the Reboot figures. It should have been £15 for the bag. I paid £15 for the bag of Reboot and this figure, which was 3 quid. And it's Anubis from Stargate. I've got a real distinct memory of playing with these or wanting to play with them, but I can't find them anywhere. So I'm not even sure if I did have them or I played with a friends. But I thought it was really cool. I thought Anubis was cool. I believe he's complete. He's got his rocket launcher. He's got his artefact of his ship, which was really, really nice. So I picked him up. Nice little odd piece to fit into the collection on my random shelf, but there you go. Then I wandered round for the last time, went out a spot of lunch, had a nice burrito, and then there was a lot of mask there, and I didn't want to leave without a mask piece, so I picked up Gator. Not complete, missing the part on the back and the gun. The boat is inside, and he comes complete with the figure. So I thought that was a really, really nice piece. And then I also picked up a jackhammer. It's a bit worn, bit damaged. The tyres need to be re-glued. Bit of a restoration piece, but you know what? It'll look alright on the shelf when it's been cleaned. So I was happy to pick up that as well. So I had £3 left in my pocket, and I was wandering around trying to find something because I thought, you know what, £3 left. I might as well just get something with it. Went back to the store I got the reboot figures from, and I picked up a Horus figure with a totem. I don't think this one's complete. And actually what I realised afterwards is that they came with the wrong staffs. So I've swapped them back round. But yeah, I picked up these two guys. They did have Ra as well. I regret not getting Ra now for £3, but then again I would have had to get more money out. And yeah, these things aren't exactly rare, and the sealed ones were floating about for about £10. Well, I would really like a Kurt Russell action figure, to be fair. So yeah, that was it. I've had an amazing couple of days, toy-wise. I've had some great gifts, I've had some great company, and I've bought some great toys myself. So, there you go. This is probably the last few items I'm going to pick up this year. I did order an item from Kapow. If that does arrive, I might do a little unboxing of that. But I think this is it for 2018 now, near enough. It's been an amazing year for toys. It's been an amazing year for me on YouTube. It's been an amazing year as part of the Transformers community, part of Figure Force. And you know what? I've really enjoyed it. I will be doing a end of year review video or a top 10 video. I haven't quite worked out how or what I'm going to do yet. But I will do something before the year's out. So yeah, that's it from me. If there's anything in this haul you want me to review, then, or maybe a restoration video of Electro here, or anything you've seen you want me to do, just leave it in the comments below. Anyway, I'll let you get on with your evenings or your days if you're watching this in the day. And I've been Zort Rider. Catch you again soon.